Good evening, all, and welcome to this hackathon number 2 season and a special episode on use cases of company audit. Dear friends, we are thankful to all the panelists who are part of the hackathons in the past and today present also. And we are very happy to convey you that our hackathons are super successful and people are enjoying a lot. Your videos of 10 minutes are posted in AI and ICAI website. Use cases are also given of this each hackathon, and people are enjoying this hackathon in their day-to-day use of AI in their CA offices. And dear friends, this is AI in ICI committee, which is a vibrant committee, and we have with us today our beloved chairman Daya Nivas sir, and all panelists are there for the presentation. So I will request Daya sir to please throw light on the activities of AI in ICI, that how people are getting benefited, how members are getting benefited from CAGPT, how students are getting benefited, and what is the status of current blockbuster launching of certificate course. So I will request our chairman for the opening address. Over to you, Daya sir.
Thank you very much, Umeshji, and indeed a pleasure. Good evening to all. What a wonderful evening, rather, I'll say. Season 2, Session 2 is actually there on. And what a topic today we have for discussion, which is on use cases of company audit. I think we are just around the corner to conclude all the private limited company audits. Listed entities are over. September is just around the corner, and we all are going to just work. We are already working on our engagements with regards to the statutory audits. Just completed with the session of 31st July, where individual returns and everything was to be done. But I think once 31st March comes to a beginning, no endless night comes for a chartered accountant. And that is how this entire journey of chartered accountant goes through. And Umesh bhai, thank you very much for reminding me that we need to talk about what is happening at ICAI, AI at ICAI. Friends, we have a wonderful person with us who is our secretary of the committee, Vishnu, who has been doing a great job and working very hard on a continuous basis. In the recent past, Umesh ji himself has traveled across the Tier 2, Tier 3 cities for delivering lectures. I traveled in Tier 2, Tier 3 cities for delivering lectures on how AI can actually help chartered accountants to address issues with regards to might be shortage of articles, shortage of paid assistants, and how simple it is become by use of AI in a true sense. We launched on 1st of July the AI tool before you all. Just for your surprise, that 40,000 plus people have already reached us and they started working using AI tool of ICAI. And as recent as 16th of July, within 16 days, we launched the CA student GPT. The CA student GPT is categorized into 3 parts. Part 1 is foundation, part 2 is for intermediate, part 3 is for final. Apart from that, on the top of it, we have also put the entire prospectus of CA curriculum for the benefit of external people. And you'll be surprised the kind of feedback which we have been getting from the students is marvelous. I'll also request the Vice Chairman to tell his experience, one experience while I am speaking. Umeshji, I request you to kindly just tell your experience, what was communicated to you.
Yeah, dear friends, when we launched the student GPT and we went to some of the posts of my LinkedIn, and then came to know that a few CAs have mentioned that Why it was not there at our time? We were waiting for RPTs, we were waiting for so many publications of institute, and few of them are saying that institute is a distance learning platform, and it is an amazing thing that institute has done. It has transformed the complete educational systems, and few of the posts are like, oh, I have given a prompt of timetable, how to prepare for examination, how to prepare for the subject, what is the weightage of marking for that subject, and all things are coming. Otherwise we have to wait for our teachers and our seniors to rate it. No, so even our chartered accountants are happy that a student GP has been launched. So these are the some views, Chairman sir.
Thank you very much, Vijay. And friends, let me just tell you quickly. Yesterday, we opened up the registration for AI certification course. We are doing the first course in COE Hyderabad, which is on 21, 22, and 23. You will be surprised to know that within 40 minutes, we crossed 120 people registrations. That means in one shot, we have completed 3 certification batches we are going to launch from 21, 22, and 23. So this is the kind of learning hunger which is there with our members. And we promise in this entire process, when we are going to go to, is going to be very interesting. And we are slowly going to launch our entire batches across the country. These 3 batches are going to be the first 3 batches which will be started. And the response itself is today that Center of Excellence has 60% of the people coming from outside Hyderabad and 40% of the people are in Hyderabad. Whereby I just imagine that people across the country, I think, Vishnu, we have close to 20 states, cities, right? Registrations.
Yes, sir.
20 state registrations are there and everyone is traveling for this. The cost of this certification, if you take it externally in any other body, any university or college, is not less than 75,000 to 1,25,000. But just we have to thank our president, the council, to ensure that the same course today is available for our members for just 5,000 rupees. That is actually motivating them. And the council in its whole wisdom has mentioned one fact, is that even if it is at a loss, don't bother. We have to ensure our members are trained on AI very beginning say. And let me tell you, friends, we are the first of a kind to institute to launch CA-GPT. We are first of a kind firm to launch GPT for our students. We are first of a kind firm institute which is launching the AI course at this particular price. And most importantly, just wait and watch on 14th or 15th, Honorable President of our institute is going to release a beautiful publication which will have more than 100 different AI tools which can be used by chartered accountants and accountants in not only practice, but also business and industry. Stay tuned with us. There is much more which is going to come. There is more work we are trying to do. We want to ensure that you all people get empowered at the earliest. So the concern with regards to a staff in office should not be there. And one of the days we are going to come back again, Vice Chairman and I, where we are going to do a national webinar on use of AI tool, which has been developed by ICAI. We have done a short session earlier, but now we are going to make a full session very soon. It will be mostly on a Saturday or a Sunday, so that people sipping a tea and coffee actually learns what AI is all about and how far ICAI is reached in the entire process. So this is the background of the entire activities which we are doing in AI. And today, undoubtedly, the topic which is on the company audit and the learned, bold and brave chartered accountants who have come to give their experiential learning to all of you people will be cherished by each one of you. There may be a probability that there will be a little low of one particular speaker and one high of a particular speaker. But one thing you all have to understand and appreciate is These people have come forward to show you something new and different. Rather than writing a message which is little critical, I appreciate people to write a message, appreciating the efforts, the strength with which these people have come forward before you all in large numbers. It is a video which is getting recorded and it has been placed in the AI website. So this boldness, I think we all have to appreciate. And both chairman, the vice chairman, and myself wish all these panelists today best of luck and do your best and ensure that the members get benefited from all your learnings and experiences. My best wishes to you all people and happy learning for all. Over to you, Vice Chairman, sir.
Thank you, Chairman Sir, for taking the journey of AI in ICAI to the greater heights. Thanks to our President, Ranjit Agrawal Sir, Vice President Nanda Sir, for giving the chance to host this chairmanship of AI in ICAI committee in the hands of Dayanivas Sir and also Secretary like Vishnu. So being a Vice Chairman of this committee, I am also enjoying a lot and members and students are also enjoying a lot. So with these words, now let's start our hackathon season 2 use cases of AI in company audit. So friends, now I will hand over our all the proceedings to the person to whom we call creator of AI. Like Vishnu has created many avatars, Lord Vishnu. So we have Vishnu, our secretary. Over to you, Vishnu.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. So, Chairman, sir, Vice Chairman, sir, thank you very much. So, me and my team is very much excited to coordinate the session, and the topic is use case in company audit. So, we would like to see our first participant, Premnath sir. So, he's from Hyderabad, and he's going to present the company reports on. Yeah. So, without wasting time, Premnath sir.
Yes, sir. Yes. Shall I present, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. At the outset, I thank Daya sir and Sharma sir for giving this wonderful opportunity. I congratulate Daya sir and Umesh sir and Vishnu, more specifically Daya sir, for doing super duper hit of that AI program in Hyderabad, where the hall was full. And then again, he has started that Center of Excellence. He has announced 3 batches, and 3 batches were full. The moment it is announced, we are trying to black market the ticket, but ICAI is not allowing it. In a lighter way, grand success. I thank again from my heart of hearts. The reason is he is taking the technology to the doorsteps of the members. This is very important. AI. AI is not chat GPT. AI can do anything for us today. And such an important task is brought to the doorsteps of members. I really thank AI committee, AI Daya sir and Umesh Sharma sir. Yeah. So today, I'll without not wasting much time, I'll share my screen. I'll straight away go into the presentation. Let me start with our own AI. Our own AI. I mean AI ICAI. AI ICAI. I'm talking about, wherein this institute has spent a lot of money on giving this important tool to the chartered accountants, where anyone can get themselves registered. I'm just taking this time to for those members who have yet to register, you can give your mobile number and then you will get your OTP. Then you are registered. The moment you are registered, you can go to many GPTs. ICAI has created many GPTs. It has created. Like you have many GPTs here. AI has all these. Now on this, I am trying to work. I'm trying to work now. Let me start working on AASB with respect to audit. We have said this is audit. Let me just give a small prompt on can kindly give Caro checklist so as I can fill and submit. Then you have to generate a report, a Caro report. Yeah, this is the prompt given. And believe me, I am just doing it on ICAI AI. I am doing it on ICAI AI platform, where the institute has spent good amount of time to help the members. Now it has given checklist. Now I'll say, give me this. I'll just stop this and then I'll say, give this checklist. Give this checklist in yes, no, not applicable format in Word, so that I can fill and submit. So now it is giving yes, no, all right, and all. And that is a format in which I've just put it now for your easy understanding. Now you can see Caro checklist. This checklist is generated by the AI tool. Now property, plant and equipment, proper records maintained for status no, proper records for not applicable. And this is how I have filled in. Now this filled in checklist, all this yes or no, while my students carry out or my audit staff carry out the program, carry out the audit, they fill this. I'm just saying Control A, Control C, and then I'm just putting it in this chart. And then now I say kindly generate. I have filled in Caro checklist. Kindly generate. Don't bother about the spelling mistakes. Kindly generate Caro report. Of course, this you can keep that aside. Now you can just see the company has not maintained proper records. Thanks to that, sir, he made me as a member of FRRG. As a part of FRRG, we have seen various cut copy paste errors that are there in the Caro reporting. Now you can avoid all those cut copy paste errors through a small checklist like this. Okay. Now this is on the AASB. I am doing it. Let me just quickly go on to the FRRB. I'm just going into FRRB ICAI. I'll just show you where it is. FRRB ICAI AI FRRB. I'm going there. Now I am just trying to take one balance sheet. I think you can just see the balance sheet and profit and loss account. Balance sheet and profit and loss account. I've just copied. Yeah. So I've just copied. I've copied that, not to waste your time. I just copied that balance sheet. I've copied the balance sheet, and at the end, I'm just giving a code here. Can you provide me the applicable Ind AS for each line item of financial in tabular form? For each financial line item, amount, applicable Ind AS, disclosure, accounting policy, Ind AS para reference, checklist point, Schedule 3 compliance, Caro reporting para, Caro content, Ind AS wise non-compliance, applicable clause under Schedule 2 of Code of Conduct ICAI with the relevant paras. Then this Control A, Control C, I'm just putting it back into the FRRB ICAI. I'm just putting it, and then just say submit. Yeah, it says I have already reached, but not to bother much about it. I have just generated it, and this is how the system has already generated it. Now it says financial line item, Ind AS applicable, disclosures what it has to do, then accounting policy, then para reference, checklist what has to be done, Schedule 3 compliance, Caro reporting paragraph on it, Caro content. Now if FRRB non-compliance, Ind AS wise non-compliances, whatever it has already given. Along with, it has already given, let me just take you to this point again. So it has already generated here. You can just see it has already generated the last column. It has generated on ICAI applicable Schedule 2 of ICAI Act, gross negligence. If I'm making anything error in this, it is saying gross negligence, failure to disclose material, and so on and so on and so on. Now I have lost one more issue that is on today. Burning topic is audit trail. I'm just copying this, Control A, Control C. This is a document which our office has prepared on audit trail, various in Tally. With respect to Tally, there are various, no accounting software is used, then what is the opinion to be given? If company is using accounting software and audit trail enabled, then what is that? So I made a 2 pages note on this. I have just selected this Control A. Now let me go into, since this is the data limit is already over here, what I'll do is I'll just use Claude here, Control, I have copied here, Control V. I'm just asking now, kindly provide checklist for audit trail, wherein I will fill and submit. You give me a audit trail para, reporting para. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's not bother here. Now what happened is, so when I have done that, it has given a checklist like this. Now what I'll do is, I'm just saying, I've copied, it has given a checklist of 11 points checklist it has given. I'm just copy pasting this, Control C, and then I'm going into Claude now. I'm just saying paste here.
Last 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah. Yes. So I say generate audit trail para. Yeah. Now you can see here it has given the content. This is the earlier one. It has started reporting. Now I'm saying, as I've already added it. Now I'm saying, just a moment. I'm saying Control C, Control V here, and then I have pasted it, and then I say here generate audit trail para based on this checklist. Yeah. Yeah. So this is what you can just copy paste into your audit reporting. So this is how we can avoid the errors. Today, manual intervention is a painful task. So this is how we can use AI to automate our process. Thank you very much, Daya sir and Sharma sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to CA Premnath Degala, sir, who gave a very enlightening presentation on audit reporting, use of AI. He used the ChatGPT and Claude AI tools, and hope our viewers were able to grasp the knowledge which he shared with us. So thank you, Premnath, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And we hope all participants are voting for our contestants of this hackathon. And now we call on the next participant of this hackathon number 2 of season 2, that is CA Rahul Dharneji. So we all welcome CA Rahul Dharneji. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And sir Rahul,
Sir,
sir, yes, sir, please.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir, you have 10 minutes for your presentation.
To present use case on the. Okay.
And sir, your time starts now. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Today I'm going to present a use case on the use case about audit documentation using ChatGPT. Sir, I'll share my screen. Okay. Is my screen?
Yes, sir.
Sir, today I'm going to show you how we can prepare audit documentation using CA GPTs, and how can we prepare along with the documentation the guidelines given to us by the peer review board. So I'm here using the ICAI peer review GPT. So first I would like to know about the documentation. So I have given a prompt. Give me a audit documentation checklist for audit of private limited companies with capital less than 2 crores and turnover less than 20 crores. In short, I am asking the GPT about the documentation required for the small private limited companies. So it has given us the answer about the audit documentation checklist: preliminary engagement activities, planning, internal control evaluation. In internal control evaluation, documentation of understanding in the internal controls, flow charts, and risk assessment. Next point is substantive procedures, compliance and legal matters, financial statements, conclusion and reporting, and quality control. So next point we are going to cover is prepare a risk assessment matrix in a 3 by 3 grid for internal control system of private limited company, and we are asking it to keep it simple. Normally, we simply put in the audit report that internal controls are satisfactory, but we never go and assess it. So we are asking for the GPT to provide us an matrix so that we can go and assess the risk assessment. So ChatGPT has provided us with the solution. Here is the simple 3 by 3 assessment matrix for evaluating the internal control system of private limited company. This matrix helps categorize risk based on their likelihood and impact. It has given us the risk assessment matrix with the low to high impact and low likelihood to high likelihood. It explains the matrix as columns of impact levels low to high and risk levels low to high. It means, for example, minor control gaps, non-compliance with minor policy due to oversight, or it's a low impact and likelihood. Routine issues, isolated incidents. So it has given us the details about the risk assessment matrix. Now we are going to ask the GPT about to generate a questionnaire for an assessment on the matrix based on the balance sheet provided. So we can prepare a balance sheet and give it to the chat GPT and ask about the questionnaire, and it will provide us with the uh, questions to be asked for the risk assessment. It has provided the risk assessment questionnaire for the following broad categories: asset management. In assessment management, it has given cash and cash equivalents, accounts receivable, inventory. Second part, it has covered as liability management, accounts payable, and loans and borrowings. Third part, it has covered financial reporting. In it, financial statements and budgeting and forecasting is given. Fourth part is that it has covered is compliance, regulatory compliance, and internal audits. Last part it has covered is governance, board of directors, and its management activities. Now, this questionnaire will help in identifying potential weakness in internal control system by evaluating the company's adherence to policies and procedures. Use the responses to assess the risk level for each area, ranging from low to high based on the presence or absence of controls and the effectiveness of existing controls. Now we will ask ChatGPT to provide us a scoring model. So we have given a prompt as give a point system for internal control matrix. it has given us the internal control matrix. It has shown us the point system for the internal control matrix. Here is the details about the internal control matrix. It has assigned 0 points for no control, 1 point for weak control, 2 points for adequate control, 3 points for strong control. And it has also assigned a score to each point. As in asset management, first point cash and cash equivalent, it has given 6 points. 3 points for control for cash handling and reconciliation, and 3 points for business bank reconciliations. Same way, it has given points or maximum scores to the liability management, financial reporting, compliance, and governance. It has given us the interpretation, total scoring and interpretation. If total score is between 0 to 10, it will be in a high risk category. If it is between 11 to 20, it will be in moderate risk category. If it is 21 to 30 points, it will be in a low risk category. And if it is 31 to 40, it will be in a minimal risk category. So by using this scoring matrix and points allotted, we can conclude with the conclude that how much internal control is there at the company level, and we can provide proper clarification in our audit report, and we can have the effective documentation for this. Now we will create an Excel format or CSV format for the above questionnaire, so that we can have a effective pointing system in Excel, and this tool will be useful for other companies also. So I have given a prompt to create a Excel format or CSV for the same. It has given a details, and same details have been copied to the Excel file. In this Excel file, we can convert it, and we can provide the relevant score in front of that question, and we can take the total, and as per the given total, we can have the total, we can have the interpretation. If and the same interpretation I have already shared in the previous prompt. Now for next thing, we will prepare an engagement letter to be signed by both auditor and client as per the above attached financial. I have attached the financials earlier. So now, so by giving this prompt, we will get an engagement letter format. We can suitably modify it as per our needs and have the documentation with minimum efforts. This is the prompt, and we have received engagement, nicely drafted audit engagement letter for letter with the help of peer review guidelines. And by using ICAI guidelines, we can have a professional language and suitable formats as per the ICAI standards and ICAI guidelines. It has given objective and scope, auditor responsibilities, client responsibilities, reporting, fees, acknowledgement, and acceptance. Now moving to the last part, we can also have a audit plan with the help of ChatGPT. I have given a prompt that prepare an audit plan for 2023-24 as per the attached financials of last financial year. So with the help of financials of last financial year 22-23, we can plan for the next audit of financial year 23-24, and it has given us a all the details required to have in an audit plan, as it has given audit objectives, audit scope, risk assessment, audit methodology, execution, audit timeline, audit resources, communication, and conclusion. Moving to the last prompt, we are asking the GPT to prepare an management representation letter format on the basis of balance sheet, and we are assuming that draft financials are provided here. Before signing the financials, we are getting this management representation from the management. So it has prepared a management representation letter on the basis of financials, and here is the content. It has given a management representation about financial statement, completeness of information, assets and liabilities, legal compliance, related party transactions, other confirmations, and conclusion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rahul Rane, sir, for presenting your use case in company audit documentation using ChatGPT. It is a very useful use case for company chartered accountants for making company audit documentation. Now I request all the participants to please vote this use case. The Google form is live. You can vote. And now moving to the next use case, we have CA Vishal Gandhi, sir. Sir, I request you to please present your use case. We will be giving you 10 minutes to present your use case. Please, over to you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening, everyone. And today my problem statement was preparation of Caro reports in a faster way. The thing is, like after we complete the balance sheet, Caro reports take considerable time, and most of the time, since the companies are small, it's a repetitive work, and most of the compliances are nil. So what I've done is I've used ChatGPT. So I'll just share the screen right now. So is the screen visible now, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the object here was to prepare a Caro checklist, check alongside with the balance sheet and generate the report. This has to be done in a very faster way, streamlined way, in such a way that there is a proper audit documentation, and we complete it with highest efficiency possible. What I've done is, first I've generated GPT, and I've given it my office format of Annexure A to Caro. This is my office format, which I've already uploaded. And then I've given a prompt that this is the draft Caro report, and prepare an Excel file for all the reporting points. And the answers will be mostly in yes and no formats. Wherever required, the user will be giving comments. So ensure that all the points are properly covered and there is no omission of points in the checklist. Based on that, it has given me all the list of points. Now these points, then it has transferred me in Excel, which is a CSV file. This Excel file will be looking something like this. I'll just open that file. Since it was a CSV file, I could just copy paste it, and then I have reformatted it for better understanding of users. So this is the reporting points, the proper records maintained. The user will say yes and no. And if there are any comments, it will write a comment. If there are some comments it was to mention in the report, the comments will be written over here. So for example, here for the physically verified, are the PP physically verified by the management and discrepancies is noticed dealt with? The answer is yes, and there are no discrepancies. Similarly, I have taken here that all the dues are paid in time. There are no outstanding dues of statutory liabilities. These reports will be made one time, and our assistant can make this report very fast based on the balance sheets what we are giving to them and the tax audit reports they are having. So once this report is done, we can have a second prompt. The second prompt, the first prompt you have to use just one time, and the second prompt we can use again and again. So what will happen in the second prompt is, there are same draft report, my office format I've given here in the ChatGPT. I've submitted the balance sheet, which I had again prepared in Schedule 3, and the Caro Excel format, which we have recently filled. Once the Caro Excel is filled, then I've given that I've uploaded the Caro for Word format file, the balance sheet in Schedule 3, the balance sheet and profit and loss, and the Excel file, which has the Caro checklist. Okay. Once this is done, what ChatGPT does is it will automatically pick up all the names from the balance sheet. See, the name is coming here directly. Wherever there was a reporting for here, for example, no material discrepancies were noticed from the comment it has picked up. For say for the statutory dues, all the dues have been regularly deposited with the authorities. So for needy companies, the company is not a needy company. So whatever comments we have written, it has taken into account all those comments, picked up all my personal data, that is the name of the company, the period for which I am reporting, and then again it has taken the next step is the name of the auditors has also picked up from the balance sheet. So what this will do is it will just ease up the process of filing the reports, and for small companies, the user can do it at a very faster scale. So this is what I have done entirely. That report comes in the Word file, which is here again shown as a download file. Once I download it, the certificate is ready. What I have to do is just generate the UDIN number and upload it. So that's all. This is the case I have presented for today.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your presentation. I would like to mention that the topic of this presentation was generation of Analyzer A of Caro report preparation using AI.
Right.
And the tools that was
Right.
used was ChatGPT, Gamma app, ICAI GPT, and Excel. Thank you for the
Right.
presentation. And I would invite the next CA Amay Gupta for their presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, Rajendra.
So very good evening to everyone present over here. So my topic for today's presentation is Power Query and custom GPTs for scrutiny in the company audit. So this is the topic for my presentation. So let me start with my presentation first. So the company audit can be basically divided into two categories. The first one would be the data scrutiny part, means where we have to check the books of accounts and find the errors in the books of account. And the second would be the reporting part. The reporting part in the sense that we have to report about in the independence auditor report. So I think the second part cannot be automated much. So here I am with my solution for automating the scrutiny part of the company audit or any kind of the audit report. So basically, let me first start with the basic data flow which exists for the company audit. So the data flow which is being exists for the company audit is this. So the process flow for the company audit, it can be basically divided into two approaches for doing it. First is the Power Query approach and second is the custom GPT approach. The Power Query approach is generally usable in the cases where the requirements are fixed and the rules are fixed. So suppose we have to filter out the cash transactions greater than 10,000. So the requirement is very fixed that first I will go to the tally, I will filter out 10,000 entries and the report will come. So this can be done with Power Query. It is called as rule-based AI. And second is additional report. So suppose I have done 10 reports in Power Query, but still I want the 11th report. So that can be done during the GPT. So what is the problem with the current GPT is that you cannot directly connect the TelePrime to the Chat GPT. But what you can do is that using TelePrime, a custom TDL will pass the data to Power Query, and Power Query will clean the data and it will pass to Excel. And this Excel can be uploaded in the GPT. So let me show this by doing. So this is my tele company and this is my utility named as tele data. It will first let me clean the data. Let me clear the sheet. So just I will select refresh and all the data will pull up. All the data will pull up and all the transaction data also might have pull up. These are the ledgers which are in the company and these are the transactions which have been happened over the company. So but with the using the GPTs, you can now talk to this data and generate any report you want, not only audit report, but any kind of scrutiny report you want. So I will just upload in my custom GPT, which I have prepared. So here is the custom GPT, which I have prepared. It is called as the Audit Maker GPT. So for purpose of the saving time, I already have uploaded the Excel sheet because it takes some 3 to 4 minutes to analyze all the 20,000 plus vouchers which are present in the company. So now say, I want a prompt. Now let me give some prompts to the GPT and show how it can be useful for the audit. So I want the top 5 expenses which have been occurred during the year. Top 5 indirect expenses which have been incurred during the year. So I will just give a command that in master sheets, show me the top 5 closing balances which have been incurred and has primary group equal to indirect expenses. So it will take some time to process the things. And after processing, it will give a result which will be 100% accurate. So Meanwhile it does, let me show you what kind of the prompts are more possible. Suppose I want for each expense, give me the maximum and the minimum entry which has occurred during the year. So just I will copy this prompt and do it. This might be done, I think. So this is done. It has given the top 5 expenses which have I incurred during the year, and it is very easy. Now I want to check whether company has done any transaction during Sundays or national holidays. So just I will press in the voucher sheet, filter out transaction done on national holidays as per India. We need to define what are national holidays as per India. So basically it's Gandhi Jayanti, 15th August, and so I think it will take that only, but sometimes it takes Sundays also. See, Republic Day, Independence Day, Gandhi Jayanti, Holi, Diwali, and Christmas. So in these days, whatever the transactions which have happened, it will directly filter out, which is very difficult as per the manual scenario. Now let me talk something more specific about the company audit. In company audit, the transaction with the directors and related party are quite red flag. Means we have to put more audit efforts there. So here it has already given the national holidays transaction. See, first one is 15th August, that's why it has given. So now let me tell, okay, that this is the director of the company, summarize the transaction with him, and also indicate if there is non-compliance as per section 185 and 186 of Company Act. Now, as soon as I will give the command, it will process and it will give the list of the details with the transaction. We need to define who is the director or who is the related party. The GPT will not know, the DPT after it will summarize the transactions. So meanwhile, it is done. Let me show you some Caro kind of reports, where Caro can be used to, I can directly generate the GPT, okay, that draft the clause 3 PP for me. It will directly generate the clause 3 PP directly from Tally. So it has already done transaction summary. It's taking 10 seconds per, I think, not more than that. So next is the Caro report I want to generate. I want GPT to generate Caro report, and I am giving the format. Okay, that this is the format, Excel format. You have to generate me in this format only. I will directly use for my auditor report. So as soon I give it, it will do it. It's working. It takes time actually for this kind of queries because it will have to fit the data. But I have done it earlier also today. So let me show you directly from that only. So I did actually aging analysis. Aging analysis I did. Let me show the aging analysis only. We want in the exactly format, okay, the Trade Receivable Company Act format. Aging analysis, how we can see. This is the I've uploaded less than 6 months, 6 months to 1 year, 1 year to 2 year, 2 year to 3 year. That is the government preset format. I've instructed it that take primary group equal to sundry debtors and do aging as required by Companies Act. So it has already given me the aging analysis report. So nothing was to be done here. It has already given the aging analysis report. Now let me try Caro once again. Maybe it has stopped. So just I'm pasting the image that I want in this format. So after that, it will generate responding, and it takes approx 2 minutes for some difficult kind of queries like Caro. It has stopped and it will generate the Caro report. So meanwhile it generates, let me skip to the second part of the presentation, that is rule-based AI. Rule-based AI actually means the power query part of the presentations. It is generated by the way Caro report in exact format. This is the asset name directly fetched from Tally. This is the WDV and held in name of whether the proprietor, it cannot know actually, so it has given only blanks. So anything is possible, just you have to type and it will get the reports from the Tally. So second part is the main power query reports. So what the power query can do actually is it can automate your day-to-day processes. So as soon as, so this sheet, let me first clean the sheet, and this is showing I am of GST scrutiny in company audit. Means in the company audit, how I can do the GST scrutiny. The sheet is completely blank. Now as soon as I press the refresh button, the things will start off coming. See, all the things will come as soon as I press the refresh button. The current it is blank, and now it has come all the so basically company audit involves the GST part, income tax part, and the company's act part. All three have to be done at a single time. So now I'm showing the
Last 2 minutes remaining.
okay. So now I'm showing the GST part because the GST part is very fast. It can do. So this is a configuration free tool. Means zero configuration it requires, and just by the use of I have integrated Power Query with the AI. So these kind of commands have given all the GST related reports. Means what are the GST related faults in the account? It will be generated as soon as I just click the refresh. This is the final button, and all the things will be generated from here. And after now, all the things have been generated. These are the ledgers in which CGST is not equal to SGST. And these are the ledgers in which ITC has been taken. These are the ledgers in which output tax has been paid. And this party, the transaction was done. These are the value of supply rules. Actually, there are no observation in this company. And these are the comparison with 3B. These are comparison with ITC. This is the RCM. And similarly for the income tax module and the general ledger, all things are covered: scrutiny of sales, income, expense, purchase, cash, PP, capital, related party, loans, debtors, creditors. It contains over 100 plus reports which can be used for any audit, and at least 90% time you will save by combining Power Query with ChatGPT. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Umay Gupta sir, for such a good session on Power Query X Custom GPT for security and company audit. He described what company audit is, where he explained how ChatGPT can be used with the help of Teleprime and Excel to generate detailed report on company audit. He also showed different prompts that can be used for the same. Thank you, sir, for such an informative session. I would like to ask all the panelists to vote for our panelists. Now it is time to call upon our next panelist, that is Anant Lakshminarayan sir, to present his use case on depreciating AI-driven power solution. Anand sir, you have 10 minutes to present your use case. Over to you, Anand sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. So good evening, everybody. So first of all, I should thank you. I should thank the chairman sir and vice chairman sir of AI and ICAI for giving me the opportunity to participate in this session, accepting my application. And further, I should congratulate them for the grand success of AI conference in Hyderabad. So to go into the topic is the AI in company audit. So when we say company audit, as an auditor, we should ensure that the financial statements are free from, or financial statements should be true and fair. So to say something is true and fair, that should be free from material misstatements. So when we say financial statements, it have many elements. One of the element is property, plant and equipment, and in property, plant and equipment, depreciation is one of the hot area. So can you see my screen? Or not yet? I think just I'll share my screen. So is my screen visible?
Yes.
So depreciation is one of the hot area in property, plant and equipment validation. So how this is addressed? So as we say, material misstatements. So in case of depreciation, following are the possible misstatements that can occur while we revalidate or recalculate the depreciation. That can be misstatement can be due to incorrect useful life. It can be due to incorrect residual value estimate. It can be due to asset incorrect classification or categorization. Like there are multiple aspects. Now let us take one aspect as an example, say incorrect useful life. How do we address the incorrect useful life of depreciation while auditing the financial statements of a company in case of depreciation? So accordingly, we are going to cover in this session, in this topic, is how to calculate the depreciation as per Schedule 2 of Companies Act, how to calculate depreciation as per Income Tax Act and Deferred Tax Act using artificial intelligence. Say in our case, it is Python. So how are we going to run a Python code using artificial intelligence so that we can automatically calculate the depreciation using AI as per both the acts, say Companies Act and Income Tax Act. Now, how we are going to address this issue is through AI, and how we can communicate with AI is important. So before that, there must be a prerequisite how a system should be. To run a Python code, usually there should be Python application. You can download it from the website that you can be visible here. And there are multiple pre-requirements that require to run a code. So it will hardly take around less than 5 minutes to install all the prerequisites to proceed further. Now, as I said earlier, communication of our requirement with the artificial intelligence is most important. Let us take an example. Let us use any kind of AI. It may be ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Copilot, it may be anything. Let us use some ChatGPT as an AI and specify the requirement. How do we specify to or communicate our requirement to AI is through a prompt. So by giving necessary prompt to the AI, we can get the desired output. So in my case, my requirement is to identify the misstatement in case of incorrect useful life of an asset. If something incorrect useful life is given, my Python code should detect it. So accordingly, first I need to communicate with AI. So in my case, so this is my prompt, what I am providing to the AI. So if you can see my screen, this is the detailed prompt that I am giving. So when we are there for audit, usually we will be receiving an asset register. Say in my case, the company has given me the asset register containing the following details. It may have the other fields too. So I need to clearly communicate. I need to clearly communicate to the AI that following are the columns that my asset register is having. And based on the asset register, I need to calculate the depreciation value both as per income tax and company tax, thereby calculating the deferred tax by a Python code. This is my clear requirement. So this requirement I will be communicating to the AI. So if you see here, so the same prompt what you have seen earlier in the slide, I have copied it and I have asked it to just memorize until I update some other thing. So apart from my requirement, I also should feed the AI that what are the depreciation rates as per the Companies Act and as per the Income Tax Act. So as usual, we can attach the relevant documents, whatever
Attention. Last
we
2
need
minutes
to
remaining.
communicate. What we need to communicate. So accordingly, we have communicated it. So once this is communicated, I will ask to generate a Python code. If I just click a generate Python code, so the AI will automatically run a code. After finishing the code, I will just copy the code. Once the code is copied, I'll choose my folder where I need to save it. After saving it, I'll just open a text pad. I'll just open the text pad. I'll go to AI. I'll just copy the code given and I will just paste it. Once it is pasted, I'll save it. I'll go to the folder. After pasting, I will turn the extension from txt to py so that system will understand that this is a Python document. Once a Python document is created, I will rename it to whatever the content it is having. Say depreciation calculation is the code it is having. So once the code is ready, I will just click enter on the code. If I just click enter on the code, automatically my system has created a new file which is not there earlier. Final output is the file it is generated, and if I just open the code, this is the earlier register. Now the code whatever generated has given me this much detail. So up to here I'm having in asset register depreciation calculation is given, income tax calculation is given, difference and deferred tax. In this way, the system generated information is there and I have information with the client. I will compare both the information, and if I found any discrepancies, so I will highlight it and accordingly I will form a conclusion whether this is true, unfair or not. So accordingly, and whatever the activity I have done, for that after initially it is done, I did not require any internet connection. I need not edit the code again and again. And for any number of companies, I can use the same code to generate the desired output. So in this way, using AI, we can address the pain points because technology is there to reduce the pain points. So in my case, while auditing depreciation, so I can reduce my pain using the Python code using AI. So this is my presentation. So thank you so much for the opportunity, and thanks Premnath sir and Vijay sir for inspiring me to get into this empanelment. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, CA Anant Lakshmi sir, for presenting the use case in depreciation AI-driven Python solution. So you have demonstrated how to use the Python code And you also mentioned that to avoid the common mistake in calculation of depreciation and explain the key aspect like Schedule 2, income tax, and time difference. So thank you very much, sir, for giving the wonderful insight. Now I would like to invite CA Shipal Lunia, sir, to present the use case in comprehensive bank statement analysis. Over to you, sir. You are on mute.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thanks first of all, thanks to providing the opportunity to showcase my case on comprehensive bank account statement analysis. My screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We know in modern audit landscape, thorough verification of bank account statements is crucial to uncovering and preventing fraud. Traditional manual method of scrutinizing these statements are not only time consuming and also prone to human error. So we are trying to introduce a tool. We can use Power Query, Excel, Advanced Excel, and show it. Through these all tools, we can transform and analysis bank statement. Yeah. We follow 3 steps. First of all, data extraction from PDF statement. Utilizing AI powered optical character recognition (OCR) technology, we can accurately extract data from bank account statement in PDF form. We can do this account statement extraction from Power Query itself, but for each bank account, we have to customize it. So here we are using Switch software to structure in a structured way PDF extraction. And second step, benefit we know automated and accurate data extraction, significant reduction in manual data entry errors, faster processing time, allowing auditors to focus on analysis rather than data collection. And we can, through example, we can process 100 of PDF statement having 500 pages, 1000 pages, and all in within minutes and some time. So, second part, we will practically demo classification of transaction statement through AI algorithm with some predefined instruction. We will classify transaction into various categories such as UPI transfer, NEFT, RTGS transaction, bank interest paid and bank interest collected, EMI transaction, insurance like transaction and all. So benefit we know consistent and accurate categorization of transaction, easy identification of unusual and suspicious transaction, enhanced ability to track and analysis specific transaction. And in third part, we move for analysis, comprehensive 360-degree analysis of bank statement. By combining AI and advanced Excel tool like Power Query, pivot table, we can perform a holistic analysis of bank account statement. These include trend analysis, pattern recognition, and many. So now we directly jump to our practical case. First of all, my screen is visible. Just a second.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is bank statement having 126 pages, and we can analysis the whole bank statement in 5 to 10 minutes. So first of all, we will import this bank statement in Suite. Although I have already uploaded this statement for 2 to 3 minutes, so we can just upload again. It will take 2 to 3 minutes. And we can also work on this bank statement. I have already imported this statement. This is in a structured way. Although we can do these all things from query itself, but for different bank, various bank, we have to customize each statement. And through suite, we can streamline in a structured way. Any bank account we will get in this particular format. It's in processing. And this is our tool. Through this tool, we can just in 5 to 10 minutes, we can analysis complete bank statement. So I'm right now choosing, for saving time, I am choosing earlier bank statement in Excel. So we have to just select file. And refresh all. So there is complete interest detail when interest is credited, charges detail, and this is summary. This is completely summary. Yeah, this is complete, and each categorization transaction type is there. ATM withdrawal, cash no transaction, cash deposit, cash withdrawal, charges detail, check transaction, IMPS transaction, NEFT transaction, RTGS transaction, UPI transaction. In second sheet, we have highlighted top 10 in each category. Top 10 transaction in each category we have segregated. So through statement file, here all transactions are here. And we can also do analysis by pivot. Just refresh, we have complete our bank statement in complete analysis mode. Now, this first analysis is by transaction type. There is cash transaction, 8 transaction total, debit and 6 credit. Charges total 14 transaction are, and 2232 is rupees, and percentage is there. We can customize it as per our need. And after that, we have analysis transaction dates. Transaction date. We have trend. We can see in which month or which period there is a uptrend or lower trend. And this is analysis through by transaction. Each of transaction, how many transactions are there and all. Okay, sir. And there is dashboard we have. We can prepare chart and through analysis complete bank statement. So it's all from my part. Thank you.
Thank you.
This bank statement is, we have used this statement. Yes, sir, thanks.
Thank you, Sripal Lunia ji, for an excellent presentation on comprehensive bank account statement analysis. Hope our viewers have gained various insights listening to your presentation. I once again ask my viewers and participants to vote for the panelists to help them win in the hackathon. Next, we have, last but not the least, the 7th presentation of the day, CA Amit Shenoy ji, who will be presenting his use case on revolutionizing audits, AI in action for CA. Sir, you have a time for 10 minutes, and you may start now, sir. Thank you. So you are on mute.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone. I am going to present on how multiple AI use cases can be used in our company audit. And also, I want to highlight certain issues which we should keep in mind before implementing AI in our audit. So, I would like to word it as Chakra view. See, this is the Chakra view today we are in. See, now auditor is sitting straight. If auditor sees right side, there is a regulatory agency, they are monitoring his work. And if he sees left side, stakeholders are sitting, management's expectations are there. So if he sees left side, right side, this kind of thoughts will emerge to his mind. What are the management expectations? They expect financial statements on time. They want ratios, comparisons. They want a good PPT. They want to retain same fees. And they're fed up reviewing just old traditional mere FS, AR, EL. This kind of things, this kind of thoughts come to his mind. And he is sitting with more work, more responsibilities, and he is having less time. He's having less time for performing data mining, data analytics, PPT, etc. So to bridge the gap between the capabilities versus expectations, he will think, oh, can I use AI? How can I use it in my audit to have a more scientific approaches in our work? Then when he starts seeing straight, then again, certain thoughts will come to his mind. Like, for example, data privacy, data leakage, data confidentiality, all these stuffs, as he uses client's data in AI platform. So if the auditor is having answers for such questions, if he's having clarity as to how data privacy can be ensured, data leakage can be prevented, data confidentiality can be maintained, if he's having answers for such questions, it is fine. He can start using AI automated tools in his audit. He can do data mining, he can do data digging, he can perform a lot of analytical analysis, he can spend less time and he can spend more time on review. These things he can enjoy. If he's not having clarity, then he can perform normal traditional approach, wherein he may not be able to reach most of the management's expectations. Further, let us say now he will consider using AI for his audit and is having answers. But suddenly now the data is leaked. For example, if the data is leaked, so it will touch various stakeholders, and then the implications, what will emerge is unimaginable. Huge implications will be there if the data confidentiality is not ensured, and if such data is leaked to public, or if such data is misused by virtue of using AI. This thought has to be considered before using AI. One has to have an answer as to how this data leakage can be prevented. If such answers are not there, we should not use AI, is my thought. Then comes how exactly we can overcome these challenges, data issues, this Chakravyu issues. Firstly, the most important question faced by most of the users is the data what we upload in these AI platforms like ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, various data analytics tools, etc., etc. Can it be accessed by public? That is the most important question raised by most of the users. Users, those who are attending the session, they can write their answers in ChatGPT. What is their view about data leakage, data protection? It depends as to whether data will be leaked or not. In the case of ChatGPT, it is confirmed by them that the data cannot be used by public. So to ensure such things, we can sign off an NDA with them. And in case if they are not ready to sign off such NDAs with you, you should not go to such service providers. And also, there's one more version called enterprise version. If you're using enterprise versions, signing NDA becomes easier. Then also one more feature of that is, by default, the data will not be accessible to the various public people. So the answer for the first question is, you have to check with your service provider. You have to write to them. You have to find out their email ID, and most of the GPTs, there down or right side, if you go, support email IDs will be there. You can reach out to them and ask your questions and get clarification. Post then only you implement AI. I mean, you can use AI before uploading client data. You ensure that you have answer for such questions. How to get answer is by writing an email to the service provider, your respective GPTs. Then the next question, what everyone gets is, the data what we upload, can it be accessed by the internal GPT teams for their training and quality purposes? Yes, it can be used. If you are using basic version, even though if you are using premium version, still it can be accessed by GPTs. Please be aware of that issue. So when we checked with GPT team, they told us that in the case of ChatGPT, for example, they told us that there is a data control option in settings. If you opt out of such features, then the data cannot be accessed by even their internal team as well. So that means your data is protected. Confidentiality is protected. Auditor responsibility is fulfilled. Auditor has not further. If you use enterprise versions, in such versions, by default, this option is available, and you need not have to select all these things. By default, your information, whatever you uploaded, it cannot be accessed even by the internal team. So all the users, those who are using ICAI GPTs, again, even if you use ICAI GPT, it is again linked with ChatGPT. Those people who are using ChatGPT or niche GPTs, please ensure that you have answer for these two questions, and you have ensured that your data is not accessed both by external world as well as by internal team of GPT. These two highlights I want to make it. Then, in case, worst case, let us say our data is leaked by GPT for any reason. In such case, we have to use our NDA, and as per NDA, what actions we have mentioned, those actions we can take. These are the three key things which we should ensure before using GPTs, before using our use cases.
Attention, last 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, definitely. I need 2 more minutes, sorry. This is the 360-degree view on confirm multiple use cases and the executions. Reporting aspects, how to use it for appointment letters, then how to get checklists, then how to convert then how to use this kind of checklist is already covered by various speakers. One more option is, let us say you have got some observations, 10 points. This 10 points, using this 10 points, if you request ChatGPT, you can ask for, give me PPT, give me a letter which I can write to management. These options you can use. Then for balance sheet and P&L items also, the right side of my PPT, there are all the execution part. For the various FSLIs, what inputs if we give, what output we get. That is what I have tabulated here. For example, for sales and purchases, for sales and purchase verification, we can use the ChatGPT tool for pulling various information from invoices, so that output we will get. Similarly, for analytical workings, you have to extract, you have to just update last 2 years ledger extract so that you can get month-wise comparisons and various reports. Similarly, lease agreements, if you upload, you can ask what you want. You want a summary of key relevant points. yes, it can give. You have to ask your question correctly so that output comes properly. The next, my final use case is trade receivables. For example, here we have got, sorry?
Time is up, sir.
30 seconds, please. Suppose this is my audit procedure for trade receivables. Suppose I want to use ChatGPT for my use case. I will just take a screenshot of this and put it in my ChatGPT. Give me the answer. I will say I want to write a letter to management. I want a qualification point. I need a PPT slide to present before the management. I want to ensure that my audit procedures are proper. So I will ask ChatGPT, give me the missing cases. So all my objectives for trade receivables has to communicating with those shared with governance, how to report it, how to ensure my audit working papers are proper. All these questions are asked here in one go. I'm going to generate answer for my questions. That's all. Thank you, sir. These are all the list of missing audit procedures which you have missed here that we can review and complete it.
Yeah, so thanks to our last hackathon panelist here, Ms. Shana sir. So you presented AI case in revolution audit AI in action and for CA.
Thank you,
sir. You also use automated tools for performing data analytics, data mining, and how to spend less time on work and more time on analysis. So, and you also mentioned one concept like AI check review issue, right? So
data confidentiality.
Yes. And you also mentioned how to use the screenshot in ChatGPT and you can generate the letter and the response. So as we are finishing the ICAI AI Hackathon 2 Season 2, which focus on company audit. So I would like to thank everyone who made this event as a success. So big thank you to the chairman, CA Dayanima Sharma sir, and vice chairman, CA Umesh ji. And thanks to panelists like CA Premnath Dagala sir, Rahul sir, Vishal sir, M.A. Gupta, Anand Lakshmi sir, Shripal sir, M.N. Shana, and big thanks to my team who helping me to coordinate the session. So I would like to thank all the team members. Thanks to your all participation contributions. Let's keep working together and hopefully we will have more hackathon in next seasons and we will publish on AI websites. Thank you very much. Thanks to all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.